Hello everyone. Does waking up each morning for that 9 to 5 grind have you down? Sick of hearing every phone conversation that your co-worker makes in the cubicle next to you? And what about all that red tape and bureaucracy at work? If any of these gripes sound like you, perhaps you need a change. Well, our next guest today is Pamela Skillings, and she has written a new book called Escape from Corporate America. Pamela, welcome to the program.
Thank you, Daljit.
So are you an escapee from corporate America?
Absolutely. I'm a proud escapee from corporate America after 12 long years.
And you left behind a six-figure salary to try something new, right?
I did. It was a big move for me, and it took me several years to figure out how I was going to do it. So once I did, I thought it was a good idea to share that knowledge with other people that were in the same situation.
So what was getting you down, and what are some of the stories that you've heard about other people who are getting down by that whole kind of 9 to 5 corporate grind?
Well, it's a combination of things. There are a lot of common complaints. There's overwork and burnout. People feeling like they're just a cog in the machine, that the work they're doing isn't really that meaningful. And some people are just in the wrong jobs. It's not corporate America overall. It's just that they happen to be in the wrong job or working for the wrong manager, and that's what's really making them miserable.
Right. So what are some of the signs that it's actually time to get out, to escape, versus having, you know, a bad day or a bad week and maybe even needing just a long vacation?
Yeah, I think once the misery at the job starts to affect your personal life, that's a sure sign that it's time to make a change. Once you start feeling tired and grumpy all the time and your personal relationships are starting to suffer because of your dissatisfaction on the job, that's a pretty good sign that it's time to get out.
And this could, of course, be your problem and not the problem of the company that you work for, or even corporate America. It could be that you're in the wrong job, or you're unhappy about something else in your life, right?
Absolutely. I actually spoke with several people who said they actually liked their jobs okay, and they liked their companies, but they felt they had a burning passion to do something else, or they had something else that they felt they were meant to be doing. Something was just missing.
Okay, so you've arrived at this decision. You want to make that move. What are some of the things that you should actually do for yourself before you decide to leave your current job?
Well, there's a couple things from a practical point of view that you want to make sure you do before you quit your job. The first thing is, if you do need a line of credit or a loan, make sure you apply while you still have that nice, seemingly steady and stable corporate job. It'll be much easier for you to qualify.
And the other thing is that you say it's a good idea to line up that new lease or mortgage now. I mean, I don't know how easy that would be in today's current environment, but talk us through that anyway.
Yeah, in today's environment, it's not going to be a breeze regardless of your situation, I suppose. But in a lot of situations, people, when they're getting ready to make a career change, if they feel they're going to be making less in their new job, sometimes they'll actually scale back their living. They'll maybe move to a smaller place or make another change like that. And it's always a good idea, if you're going to do that while you still have your job.
And I guess the other thing is, if you're planning on going solo, it's going to be very, very expensive to get health insurance. So any tips on how you should take advantage of that current health insurance that you have?
Absolutely. If you're moving to a plan that's not quite as generous as the one you have now, it's a good idea to get any kind of checkups or routine health appointments out of the way now before you leave, so that you're all set to go when you're ready to leave.
And one of the other things that you talk about in your book is cashing out all of your perks. Leave nothing behind, huh?
Absolutely. Some people don't even realize that they might have options, or their 401k plan. They really need to look into that. Also vacation days that they may be entitled to payment for. So make sure you really look and don't leave anything on the table.
And you know, there is this fear about recession. And speaking of the economy, I guess, you know, the big issues or fear that many people have is money. If they leave that corporate job and they are earning six figures and they have a lot of responsibilities, I mean, I guess, you know, one of the big fears is that, will I be able to make a living doing something else? And how hard is it going to be to find a job that I really like in the middle of a recession?
Yeah, one of the things that I believe is that, you know, a recession may actually be the best time to start thinking about what are some plan Bs outside of corporate America, because nothing is stable right now and companies are laying people off, and it's a great time to really start thinking about what is it that I really want to do and laying the groundwork for that. So if your company does lay you off, and I like to say gives you an escape package, if you're lucky, you'll be ready to kind of hit the ground running and move into your new career more quickly.